Vocabulary. Alphabetical order. It is important to be familiar with the order in which the letters come in the alphabet. Have you used a dictionary, my kids? So when you use a dictionary, you might notice the letters are arranged according to the alphabetical order. That means according to the alphabet. Then it will be very easy to find the words according to the alphabetical order. So my kids, you can see the letters in the alphabet in this slide. Here is a message written in code. Be a detective. Use the code breaker to work out what the message says. So here children, you can find a secret message. It is written in number code. So you have to be a detective. So children, you can use these numbers and you can find the message. So let's see what is the message. The little mouse was the cleverest animal. The message is, the little mouse was the cleverest animal. So we found the secret message, my kids. Look at B. Write the following letters in alphabetical order. They have given you 10 letters. What you have to do, my kids? You have to arrange them in the alphabetical order. That means, according to the alphabet, you have to arrange these letters. So when you arrange these letters according to the alphabetical order, the first letter, letter A, letter C, letter D, letter H, letter K, letter P, letter R, letter S, letter X, and letter Z. So we have arranged these letters in alphabetical order. Punctuation. Punctuating direct speech. Direct speech is when we write words that someone has said. Direct speech means when we write words that someone has said, we called it direct speech. We put speech mark at the beginning of spoken words and at the end of spoken words. So we add speech mark at the beginning and at the end of spoken words. Look at this example, my children. Don't make me laugh, grunted the sleepy hippo. Don't make me laugh is the spoken word. So did you notice you can find speech mark at the beginning of the spoken word and also at the end of the spoken word. And also did you notice you can find an exclamation mark. So we have to add at the end of the spoken word speech mark after the exclamation mark. So if you found a question mark, what you have to do? You have to put the speech mark at the end after the question mark. Sometimes the speaker's name or the speaker's pronoun, he or she, comes before the spoken words. Sometimes, children, the speaker's name or speaker's pronoun, he or she, comes before the spoken words. Now look at this example. She said to the kind crab, "You are a good kind crab." So here, she said to the kind crab. That's the speaker's pronoun. Okay, you can find speaker's pronoun. And the spoken words, "You are a good kind crab." So when this speaker's name or speaker's pronoun comes before the spoken words, we'll see what we have to do. We use a comma to separate the non-spoken and spoken words. So what we do, we use a comma to separate non-spoken and spoken words. So in this example, she said to the kind crab is the non-spoken word. You are a good kind crab is the spoken words. So we use comma to separate non-spoken and spoken words. Rewrite each sentence so that the speaker's name comes before the spoken words. So what you have to do, you have to rewrite the sentences so that speaker's name comes before the spoken words. Look at number 1. I am stronger than you, said Hippo. So how do you write the answer? Hippo said, comma, I am stronger than you. Number 2. No, I am stronger than you, replied Elephant. So how can you write? Elephant replied, comma, no, I am stronger than you. So did you notice, children? So the speaker's name, it has come before the spoken words. Look at third one. I have an idea, said Mouse. So you can write like this. Mouse said, comma, I have an idea. Look at fourth one. I could pull you out of the water, said Mouse. So you can write like this. Speaker's name. Mouse said, comma, I could pull you out of the water. Fifth one, don't make me laugh, said Hippo. So how do you write? Hippo said, comma, don't make me laugh. Spelling. ER and EST word endings. A thing can be bigger or smaller than one other thing. For example, the mouse is smaller than an elephant. So here, the mouse is compared with an elephant, one other thing. So we use ER. So when we compare one other thing, we use ER. A thing can be the biggest or smallest of 3 or more things. A thing can be the biggest or smallest of 3 or more things. So when we compare 3 or more things, we add EST. For example, the mouse is the smallest animal in the story. The mouse is the smallest animal in the story. So in the story, we can find more animals. So we are comparing mouse with the other animals, 3 or more. So what we use? We add EST. If a comparing word ends with Y, we change Y to I before adding ER or EST. So if a comparing word ends with Y, for example, happy. So happy, it ends with letter Y. So what we do, we remove this letter Y and we add I. And then only we add ER or EST. Happier, happiest. Spelling. Write each of these adjectives with an ER and EST ending. Number 1. Pretty, prettier, prettiest. Silly, sillier, silliest. Busy, busier, busiest. Merry, merrier, merriest. So we have added ER and EST for these adjectives. B. Write each of these adjectives as they would have been before the ER or EST was added. Biggest, big. Cleverer, clever. Tiniest, tiny. Slower, slow. Adjectives, comparatives and superlatives. Adjectives are describing words. They tell us more about people, animals, places and things. By using adjectives, we can describe about people, animals, places and things. Examples for adjectives: happy, sad, ill, injured, rich, poor, empty, full, old, new. So these are examples for adjectives. Adjectives that describe the difference between two things are comparative adjectives. So we use adjectives to describe two things. So we call that comparative adjectives. Look at this example. I am stronger than you, said Mouse. So here they have used two things. So we use comparative adjectives. Stronger, stronger. Adjectives that describe the difference between three or more things are superlative adjectives. So when we describe three or more things, we use these superlative adjectives. For example, I am strongest animal in the world, said Hippo. I am the strongest animal in the world, said Hippo. So here, Hippo, it is comparing with the animals in the world. So here they have used three or more things, so we can use superlative adjectives. Some long adjectives make their comparative with more and their superlative with most. There are some long adjectives. So when we use this long adjective for comparative with more and superlative with most. So look at this example. More comfortable, most comfortable. More comfortable, comparative. Most comfortable, superlative. So children, you might have understood about adjectives and also comparatives and superlatives. Copy the sentences, add more or most to complete each sentence. So keep it in your mind, children. When it is a comparative sentence, you have to use more, and when it is a superlative sentence, you have to use most. Number 1, this story is more interesting than that one. Number 2, this is the most interesting story in the book. Number 3, Mouse has the most wonderful idea. Number 4, that crab was more helpful than the other crab.